Oh, my Eric July, my Eric July. Now I'm focusing on Nick Rekieta Banana here. So let me give a little background. Rekieta is, the basic right wing grifter. And I know people are going to say, "You're a right wing grifter. EVS is following you. You're tweeting EVS." It's true. I am following EVS. He follows me, and I'm tweeting his tweets when he makes sense. When he doesn't make sense, I don't tweet out his stuff. However, this is a little bigger than just online points or the cloud farm or whatever. Even EVS is a little concerned. So what happened? Well, Rekieta a couple of days ago, as he does, was streaming, and then it got weird. He seemed to, and let's be clear, he's done this a lot. When Rekieta streams, and I'm not a super expert on his content, I've only checked out a few things, he likes to drink. He's literally drinking while he's streaming. He drinks while he speaks. He drinks a lot. He does that visibly. He does that often. Now, how bad is it? Don't know. I don't know the man personally. So I don't know if he's an alcoholic. But we're going to look at him looking dazed and confused. And so there you go. He looked a little wobbly. Now, the good news is he took a little break. He came back on. He looked more, again, this is YouTube. These are allegations, right? I'm just giving my opinion. He looked better, but he looked, yes, energized. And some people are speculating, oh, he stopped drinking and just took a lot of drugs. Like, again, I don't know the man, so I can't speak to his mental state. Again, this is YouTube. You got to be very careful of making certain allegations. But in my honest opinion, it does look like he does have addiction problems, whether it's just strictly the drugs and or the drinks. Don't know, but it is very weird and very alarming. Now you might think, oh, okay, you're being awful nice to Nick. Now, I want to be clear, Nick is a liar, he's a grifter. However, with Eric July, he was a good person and confronted Eric on his pretty insane lying about ESOM. What happened is Eric was getting into legal issues with ESOM because he didn't double check the trademark, and basically Nick double checked a lot of things he said, and it seemed Eric was lying, which I think is true. And Nick wasn't letting him get away with it, so good on him. But for doing that, he was expelled from the nerdrotic heel versus babyface order. He's no longer allowed, apparently, on Geeks and Gamers or other platforms. They basically blacklisted him. So there you go. Now, I don't think they are the cause of this recent trouble. Apparently, he's gone into a big fight with someone else, accusing that person of being a pedophile. And he's got into a big legal media fight with that person. So you might think I'm just laughing at these right-wing grifters and all that. I'm being cynical, supporting EVS. No, 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 no. It gets a little bit worse because Eric plays now a role where he's weighing in on the controversy. And listen, I don't think Eric is a monster, but this feels very, very phony. So first he's attacking Nick. It's like, okay, fine. He still has a little anger over what happened. I don't think Nick was trying to destroy Eric. I think he was just asking him simple questions, and as usually, Eric, was being a fool. So now Eric is like, oh, yeah, despite him being a snake, I'm going to be a good Christian. I'm going to offer some charity. Now, do I really believe Eric? No, I don't believe Eric. I don't believe Eric is a good Christian or whatever. I think he's taking advantage of the situation. So I don't like Nick, but just because you don't like his content, at the end of the day, he is a human being. So hopefully he's hearing this collective message from many people to get better, get some help. Now, if Eric is being sincere, I'll apologize. I do think at the end of the day, he's a business guy. He's just putting out his comics. I don't think they're good comics. I think he's being very deceptive, but listen, he's a business guy. I would have no issue working with Eric July. At the end of the day, it's a business, right? Don't take it too seriously. However, if he's not being sincere and he's just basically laughing at this guy because he's an enemy, that's kind of sick and demented. I mean, if the guy is really suffering from an addiction and you're not really going to help him, what are you doing? It just feels very sick and very disgusting. However, I don't want to say I'm the better person here, but, hopefully Nick is in a good place and he's not too out of it. This was just a one-time thing. But if he has addiction issues, we should probably put aside our partisan issues and say, listen, I don't think he's a good YouTuber. I don't trust him. But on the Eric July issue, he was at least being very honest. And again, despite my own feelings about his content, again, we all suffer from addiction sometimes, so hopefully he's going to get better. And I hope Eric is being sincere, but I have a lot of suspicions he's not being sincere.